This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, friends. Welcome to GoOnlineTrainings.com. So today we'll discuss about KPIs. Clear? So key performance indicators. Need for KPIs, details of KPIs, demo on KPIs, and use KPIs in Excel. So normally we don't create KPIs and everything as part of your SSAS, right? We create lot of KPIs and dashboards as part of our reporting tools. Okay, so like Power BI and Excel, SSRS, where we can create lot of KPIs. But since it is part of our cube, so when you double click on the cube, so many people will call me, sir. So they'll be here. They don't see KPIs and everything is there. Clear? They call me, sir. My cube is not showing KPIs and everything. You need to always click on the cube first. Okay. So you will see cube structure, cube browser. Okay. So cube structure and cube browser, and you have KPIs also there, right? So cube structure means this. Dimension usage means relationships. Calculations we discussed yesterday, right? So KPIs I would like to discuss today. Then we have actions, partitions, aggregations, perspectives, translations. These are very, very simple things to understand, right? So what is a KPI? Why we have to use KPI? Let me discuss. Key performance indicator, KPI means, is a type of performance measurement. The purpose is to provide to decision makers to measure or judge the organizational performance against organizational objectives, right? KPI is always attached to the fact. If you're a decision maker, you wanted to have some kind of symbols to understand whether the sales is, going up or down, right? The sales is getting increased or not. You don't want to see the numbers. You wanted to see some kind of a symbols. KPIs are going to be showing you lot of symbols. Am I clear? Now, what are the things that need to be, taken into consideration? Value to be measured. A physical measure such as a sales or blah 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 need to be inputted, and the goal. So, what is the goal you would like to have for that sales? And based on that, you're going to be getting status and trend as an output. So MDEX expression to evaluate the current status of the value range from -1 to +1. Even trend, MDEX expression to evaluate the current trend of the value. Is the value getting better or worse relative to its goal? Clear? So KPI will have four values. One is called value that you wanted to measure, and what is the target that you wanted to achieve. So status and a trend, these are the outputs. So these are the inputs when you give, it will tell you whether the sales is in green or yellow or red, or the trend upward trend or downward trend or neutral. So this is the output the KPI will tell you. For example, I say sales amount. For example, I got let us say last month I put a target. What is the target? If you get, let us say, $1,000 of profit, okay, actual sales is $1,000 is the sales. But what is the goal? I goal is $1,200. I have to get the revenue or my income, right? So but actual sales is $1,000 now. So this is what is my goal. So did I achieve or not? If you're achieved at least 80% of this goal, that means you are in the green color, right? So 18% or greater than that, or 60 to 80% if you achieve, and you are yellow, right? And lesser than 60, lesser than 60% if you achieve, you are in the red zone. Clear? So what is the goal? The goal is the monthly sales is 1,200 rupees or dollars. Clear? But actual sales is $1,000. This thousand is and used to calculate, right? So whether it is 80% in this goal value, or it is a 60 to 80%, or it is a lesser than 60 or 40%. Based on that, I will give you green, yellow, red, blue. You can have lot of ranges, okay, 0 to 30 and 30 to 60, 60 to 90, 90 to 100, like that. You may have a lot of values here, 1, 0, -1, like these values starting from +1 to -1. You may give 1, you may give, -9, minus, 0 0.2, any value +1 to -1 you can give. Clear? You can have a lot of values here as well. So if it is going down, red means the trend will be shown like this. If it is yellow means it will be shown like this. If it is a green means according to the sales is greater than 80%, it is going to be showing this. Okay. So using MDX expressions, we can create this kind of a KPIs. Clear? So what is the value, current value, actual value, and what is the target given to the company, given to the management? Based on that, we're going to be creating a lot of KPIs. We don't create KPIs normally at the SSAS level. So we create most time calculations and we deploy the cube. Clear? Most of the KPIs can be created at the Power BI level or the reporting level, Tableau, RS, Excel. Excel is also number one reporting tool, right? So we're going to be, creating the KPIs there. So let me create one KPI and show you. So we are going to be using two functions, KPI value and KPI goal. Clear? So I wanted to create a new KPI using this case statement. Let me go quickly and go to cube structure and click on KPIs, and I wanted to create a KPI. So this is where new KPI. The KPI name you can give whatever be the name that you would like to have. Let me say customer KPI, right? So associated to the measure, it is going to be for the sales or just leave it. So value expression and the goal expression. Okay. What is the current value? The current value I would like to see from what is the total sales. Clear? So goal is $10,000 or it is $100,000. Clear? If this is the goal, and I am going to be writing an expression here. What is the expression? The expression is like this. Okay. So KPI value. What is the value? Value is what is the total sales amount. If it is 90 or greater than that, 90% of the KPI goal. What is the goal? Goal is this value. Clear? So KPI goal, this is a function which is going to be reading this data. KPI value, which is a function which is getting the data of what is the total sales amount. Okay. If it is greater than or equals to 90, then you return 1. Clear? If it is lesser than 70 and lesser than 90 and greater than 70, then you give 0, then remaining else 1. So we are going to be saying if it is greater than 90%, then you show 1. 1 means green, right? So if it is 70 to 90, it is 70 and 90. If that is the case, we can say 0 else -1. Clear? This is the MDX expression. So we can write case statements as well here. So this is a KPI value is a function, and the KPI, goal is one more function. KPI value function is going to be reading this data, and the KPI, goal is a function which is going to be reading this data. If a KPI value is greater than 80% of the goal, clear? So then you can say one something like this. Clear? So what kind of indicator you would like to have it? You would like to have this kind of a shape, or you would like to have green color, yellow color, blue color, red color, something like this, or you can have a faces, whatever you want to have. I would like to have a shape. Okay. If everything is smooth, you will be able to get a shape like a green, red, yellow, something like that. Clear? and and I wanted to have a trend. So going and coming up, there's a trend expression. Same expression I wanted to write. So here and here, same expression. Based on this, this arrow mark will be showing upwards trend, downwards trend, or it will be a neutral trend. That's it. So you need to write the expression. So what is the current sales and whether it is achieved, at least 90% of the target or not. This is the goal that you have to give, and later you need to create this kind of an expression. That's it. Okay. Now you say, and you don't process the cube, you simply build and deploy the cube. Build means you're just ensuring for the syntax errors and everything. Build is succeeded. You can see in this corner, I wanted to deploy. Don't process. Process when you get the new data clear into the data warehousing. I wanted to deploy the cube because deploying means code changes will get reflected into the cube database. So deployment is done. Simply you go to browser tab and you always reconnect. Many people will not reconnect or refresh, so then you should be able to get. So drag and drop some sales amount. Now always you say right click on this auto execute. Now I wanted to see product wise sales. Okay. Now I wanted to have whether the sales is upward trend or downward trend. You have a customer KPI, right? So when you drag and drop customer KPI, I wanted to know status and I wanted to know trend. Okay. So this is where you have a green trend. One means what? Green trend, and minus one is mean red trend. Clear? So this is not properly happening. So I wanted to have a symbols, not the zeros and ones. Where we'll get symbols and everything? We can go to Excel sheet, right? End of the day, customers are going to be using a reporting tool. So you can go to connect to the Excel, and end user can see the cube data where I can go to in data, and from other sources, from analysis services, and server name is dot, and click next. I'll be connecting to my cube. And who's connecting? This is the laptop of manager. So you have to give them the permission, so you can connect to the cube which we have deployed into a server, and he can connect to the this one. So the manager wanted to see what is the sales amount. Drag and drop here. What is the row level? Row level means I wanted to have customer name wise. What is the sales? Now, whether the sales is happening properly or not, I will go to KPI and I will simply click on status and trend. See now, it is clearly showing these are beautifully done. The sales is bad here. The sales is bad here. The sales is bad here. Have you seen this? Now customers does not want to see this. Customer wanted to see where the sales is good and where the sales is bad. So this is customer wise sales. Tomorrow I wanted to see product wise how the sales is happening. So let me go to product. Let me have drag and drop a product name. So these products are not at all selling good. Clear? These products are fantastic. These are the products it is not selling good. I wanted to also wanted to have what about in 2015? How the sales is happening in 2015? So they wanted to see this kind of a report year by year. Okay, they'll go. The manager will go here. 2015 year number. They can drag and drop into the filter. They can go to all. They can say select multiple filters. They will be able to get. Now they wanted to see how the sales is happening in this year, so they can see like this. In this year these products are very very bad, this is good, these products are very very bad. Clear? So like that people can see where the sales is good, where the sales is bad, within a fraction of milliseconds. That is the beauty about KPIs. Clear? So you can create, depends upon the goal and everything, you can create, and you link the the KPIs to the Excel sheet, so that anybody can, any manager can see, because they knew the sales is, if it is 90, more than 90% of the given goal, then if it is if that is the case, then green. Else if it is a 60 to 70%, 60 to 90% is yellow color, and after that it is yellow, it is okay, neutral, it may go down or it may rise up. Clear? So based on these values, people are going to be taking a decisions who's taking care of these products and where the sales is happening. So they wanted to know the sales in 2016 in India. So they'll simply go to in India. Where is India? Location. I go to country and go to filter. I have one more filter called select multiple filters. I'm talking about India sales. That's it. India, everything is bad. Everything is bad. So in 2016, so people will not be happy about India sales. They want to increase the sales. Let me go in for at least 2018. How is the sales in India? So only this is where the sales is good. Remaining products where the sales is completely bad. Clear? So like that, the management can understand easily without taking any kind of a Power BI report, any kind of a report, all the reports they can create. Okay, if you create a cube and give it to the manager, manager is not dependent on your Power BI reports or your SSRS reports. He can create much more reports on his own. It simply drag and drop. Simply drag and drop, and we create a lot of KPIs and ask them to just use these fields in your Power Pivot. So this is what is called Power View and Power Pivot. You can simply view these values here. Clear, guys? So then now see, this is a pivot table. Clear. The same thing is available in your Power BI as well. Power Pivot, Power Query, blah blah blah. Clear. So we are getting the data from where Cube database, and I can apply any values and I can apply filters. I can do lot of things here with the help of with the help of Excel sheets. Clear. So these are called KPIs, key performance indicators, that you can put it at the SSAS level. Clear? So even though you don't have SSAS and everything, or even though you don't create KPIs here, we will be able to create a lot of KPIs and dashboards at the Power BI level, Excel level, and any reporting level, right? So that is what is my point. Clear? So creating KPIs is very, very simple, and you can give different updates queries. You can write different goals you can give, and keep on creating lot of goals here. So based on these values, you should be able to understand and you should be able to define them. Clear? So that is what. Now,
Sir, one question.
yeah, tell me. Hmm.
Sir, I'm saying in a case statement, is
Hmm.
passing a customer KPI. What is this, sir? Customer
This is the
KPI.
name. This is the name of the
Okay.
KPI. Customer
Okay.
KPI.
Name.
This is the name.
Okay. Name will
Name.
be passed.
If you give
Okay.
ABC here, you will get ABC
Yes, sir.
here, then nothing else. Okay. So that's it. It is
Okay.
a customer KPI is a name of the KPI. Very good. Okay, guys. So that is what is all about KPIs. KPIs, we don't use much, but if you want to see the KPI, the better you can, do it in your Excel sheet itself. Clear? Now, let me talk about perspectives and translations, right? KPIs we discussed. So what is a perspective? What is a translation? We'll see it. So need for perspective and translations. Where are that available? So let me go to your cube. Let me, come to perspectives and translations, right? What is a perspective and what is a translation? We'll discuss now. Perspective means what? Creates a subset of a cube to provide a degree of personalization or a security role can be associated with a set of perspectives applicable to that view. What is the meaning? I will explain. For example, it controls the visibility of the objects contained by a cube, read only the view of the cube, display or hide dimensions, attributes, hierarchies, measures, blah, blah, blah. Security for a given perspective is inherited from the underlying cube. Now, the question I will tell you, I have a cube, right? So we have a cube. The cube is having a lot of things, profits, margins, this one, that one, lot of KPIs, lot of things we created. And if I give this access to a end user means a manager, right? A company manager, he can simply connect. He can open his Excel sheet. He can open his Excel sheet. So he will be connecting to go to data. He will be connecting to his cube analysis services. Now server name dot. Now click on connect. Now this is the cube, only one cube he has. And now click on connect, click on finish, right? So click on yes. What is the problem in this? The problem is the entire data of the company is visible to all managers. That is the big crime, big issue. Will you show all the data to all people? For example, you would have created lot of profits, margins, and what is the margin at the year level, this level, that level. Lot of calculations been done, and everything is available at the cube level. Now, the first question: do we share all the data to the all managers? Manager may be junior level manager, senior level manager, region level manager, or maybe he wanted to see only on some of the dimensions, not all the dimensions. But what I'm doing, I am entire cube, I'm just giving it to the public, to the all managers of the company. So what will happen now? Security is the big, issue here, because they can see company's whole data. If you're showcasing all the data of the company, what will happen? Anybody can do, anybody can sell this to the competitor and resign and go to that company. So it is very, very danger if you show complete data to your employees. Clear? So if he's a region level manager, or if you wanted to see only brand level data, show only the brand level data. Why are you showing customer phone numbers, customers data also? Customers data is very, very sensitive data. You don't display any customers data to the management or to the manager. Clear? So I wanted to hide something. I don't want to show. I want to hide something. I don't want to show complete data. I wanted to create a my view. Okay, this is my perspective. This means I can see only this. So this is my view. In SQL, we create a views, right? Views are going to be Views are going to be hiding the data in SQL Server. Perspectives are hiding lot of things. What you can hide? You can hide dimension, attribute, hierarchies, whatever you wanted to hide. I don't want to show everything to the end user. So that is when you're going to be hiding. Go to where? Go to cube structure, go to perspective. Now I would like to create a new perspective. Click on this. So, perspective name. What is the perspective name? I'll say this perspective is for the manager perspective. Only managers can see this. So, what they can see, they don't want to see what is the quantity sold. I wanted to hide. They should not see the customer count. Only they can see this amount. Clear? So these are the things they can show. And the product level, they should not see anything. Only they can see year level, customer level also they should not see. And only the date level, this level, and location level, that they can see this KPIs. And the profit and this one, I don't want to showcase to them. So what I am just giving, only they can see the sale date level. If I open, and all hierarchies also, they should not see it. Let me remove it, everything. So they can see only maximum. They can see this hierarchy also. Only year week hierarchy they can see, not this individual. Individual means only they can see year wise data, semester wise data, and maximum they can see quarter wise data. That's it. Okay. So lot of things I have hidden. So they cannot see these calculations. They cannot see lot of measures I have removed in, and I wanted to save this perspective. This perspective is called as a what is called as a manager's perspective, what they can see, not the whole cube. So I have to not process, simply build is succeeded. I want to simply go there and create a deployment. That's it. So deploy these issues so that you don't give complete cube to the end user. You give this perspective. Okay. Perspective means it is a subset of the dimensions and facts and KPIs and calculations. I'm done and go to the browser. Now always you need to reconnect. So now we are pointing to complete cube here. Now, when you click on this, so there is a manager perspective. Cube is also one perspective. Cube is also one perspective. I don't want to show entire cube to everybody. I simply ask them to click on this. When they click on this, See, now all the data is not shown. Only few, only sales amount they can see, the KPIs, delivery date they can see, sale date they can see, nothing else. Clear? So this is what you're going to be hiding. Let me go back. Let me go to disconnect. Let me go to Excel now. You will give a permission to that perspective to the end user, not entire cube. So they will go to data, they will go to from other sources, from analysis services, server name is dot, click next. So now you can see one more perspective here. This is the complete cube. This is not given to all. See now, this is a cube. Okay, cube is also perspective. Perspective is also cube. Okay, what is a perspective? It is a subset of data from the cube. That's it. It is perspective. So you tell them that if you're a manager, so you will be given a permission onto this perspective. Only they can connect to this. They cannot see the complete cube data, all dimensions, all facts, nothing. Only sales amount is available. They can only browse through this and this KPI, they can use it, and that's it. They cannot do anything else. They can browse maximum on the year numbers. Clear? So they can have a year wise sales amount. They can see the KPIs if they wanted to have some KPIs. Clear? Status and a trend. That's it. So, and if you remove the value or you can remove the sales amount, they will be able to see like this. Clear? So what is the advantage of a perspective? Perspective means I don't want to show the complete cube data to all people. So what we do, we create a lot of security. But if I wanted to create a security, before that I need to be ready with what I would like to show, right? So I wanted to show only this data. So that data we can add and we can give it to those people, right? So we can also create a role who can see this perspective, who can see this cube. We can also add a lot of new roles and securities. Only these people can see this cube, or only these people can see this perspective. Only people who have got the permissions. So those guys will see only these perspectives. If they try to click on the cube, it will tell you that you don't have the permission to connect it to the cube. So you are connected to the given perspective. Clear? What is a perspective? It is a subset of, it is a subset of cube. Clear? So you can create multiple perspectives. Tomorrow you go there and new perspective. The perspective name. This is for, let us say, sales perspective. So this is manager perspective, sales manager, or it is a regional perspective. Regional level manager wanted to see something else. Okay. So you can hide whatever the data you would like to hide, whatever the data you wanted to show, you can show them. Then save it, then go, then you should be able to hide or close whatever. I don't need this, I know this, I need this, I need that, I need whatever you don't want to have it. So, or I would like to have like this. So simply you can check, you can save, and simply you go and try to build and deploy, don't process. So build is done. So right click on this and you deploy. Very simple. Understanding perspectives is very, very simple, but a lot of interview questions are asked. What do you mean by perspective? You can tell them that I wanted to show only limited data, limited aggregation to my end users. So what I do, I create a lot of perspectives. What is that you can do? You can hide or show KPIs, I hide and show calculations, hide and show lot of measures, dimensions. What is that you can do? That you can do it. So you go to browser, you go to always refresh. Now you go to which perspective you wanted to connect to. I have regional perspective. Now you will see lot of other things. Now you can go to Excel. Now you close. You can see one more perspective here. Clear? Perspective means which I can see. This is my perspective, right? It's a simple English, right? So view in SQL Server language level, which is a view. Perspective means view. View means I have a whole amount of data in the database, but I can view only limited data. We create a views there, right? So in cube level, it is called as a perspective, right? In SQL Server level, we are going to be calling the same feature as a views, right? So in cube level, we'll be using this as a perspective. This is my view. This is what I can see, not more than that. Go to data, go to, from blah, blah, blah. So that's it. So you can see a lot of perspectives. Now I can see this perspective. This can be given to some of the management. Clear? So based on the roles assigned here, if they're having the permission, so when you click on the role, you will be able to get lot of roles will get added here. Clear? Only those people can see the perspectives, not everybody. Clear, guys? That is how. The end of the day, you can consume the SSAS cube at using Excel level, or you can also use the cube in your SSRS or Power BI reporting level, right? If you're giving the cube to the end user, make sure that you don't give the cube, you only give what? You give the perspective, right? Because if you give the cube, entire cube will be exposed to the end user. So it may be wrong thing that we are doing it. Clear? That is what is called perspectives. You need to know about this. Clear? Now the next concept is called translations, right? So many people do not want to see this text in English. For example, especially you work for Middle East like Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain. So all these countries where they speak more Arabic, right? So we don't speak much of our mother tongue. But though in India we speak a lot of English, right? We can understand all software take English in India, right? Even in America and lot of Africa countries, Russia, where you don't want to, see everything in English. I wanted to have my own country's language. I wanted to have it. I wanted to translate these values. Clear? So you can translate dimension level. You can go, for example, I wanted to go to product. I wanted to translate here. I can do the translation. So, what are the things we would like to translate? I would like to translate in my own mother tongue. So, first you go here, you translate all dimensions. Double click on product. Now, I am here. I wanted to translate, okay, in my mother tongue. Now, how to do that? Now, you go new translation. So, it is telling me you wanted to see in South Africa, Albania, France, Ethiopia, Algeria. So which Arabic or you wanted to use it? Which is the language? Qatar, Oman, Morocco, Libya. What is that you wanted to have it? I wanted to choose my country. What is my country? India. Okay, I wanted to translate the complete English thing into my own this one. So I may use our mother tongue Telugu also, right? Russia. So whatever you wanted to have it, Spanish. So now you see, this is my mother tongue Telugu. I can also use translate this word into Telugu, or you can have my country mother tongue is called Hindi. So press H. So H means you will be able to see Hindi somewhere. Yeah, this is India, India country level language. I would like to use this language. So I would like to translate this. Clear in this. So what I do, product, the translation, I won't like to have it. So this is the product. How to go to translator? Go to Google. Now you translate it in my local called Hindi. So we open translations. Okay, translate to not in Telugu. We are going to be translating product. It is a Telugu word. I want to get a Hindi script. Clear? So product means it is English. So products. So this is the scripting. Okay. I copy the script. I simply go there and I wanted to paste it there. Clear? So this is English word. Equivalent word is this. And then product key. This is the English word. So I wanted to translate all columns, all tables, product key. So I copy this equivalent, this one. Whether it is good translation, bad translation, I don't know. But let me copy a product name, right? I want to have the product name here. So Utpadaka Naam. Clear? So this is what I have to do it. So first I have to do it at the dimension level. So you go here and change everything. Product price. Okay. Now you go there. Now this is what is a translated, this one. So you can create your own product category name. Okay, so like that, you're going to be getting beautiful translations. Now that you wanted to paste it, and product hierarchy, you can also change the name. Okay, whether it is correct or not, I don't know. Kavit, is it correct? So you may be knowing Hindi very well, right? Hmm. So category name, product name is visible. Now it is fine. Now we have translated everything. Fine. So once you translate this, again, same thing with your this one, then you need to deploy that. Build and deploy. I did not, do this one. So deploying is happening. So you do at the dimension level first. So deploying is going on. Later, you go at the cube level, go to the cube. Again, we have to do the translation to the cube as well. So you go, what translations we do? New translations. Again, I click on H. So it is going to be giving me this one. I wanted to have translation here as well. So Amazon sales cube. This is what I wanted to translate. Okay. So this is Amazon sales cube. Sometimes it'll give you as it is, but different script. Okay. Let me give, and that is what is the name. Now, sales table name is called sales. Now I want to give, this is the name, perfect name, copy, and you can have it. Okay. So simply go there, and quantity sold, because you need to write the complete spelling, right? Quantity sold. So this is the proper okay, translation. Copy it, and all these things you should be able to do it, and the sales amount, right? Yeah, copy this. That's it. It's very, very simple that you can translate. This is what is called translation, sales count, like that product. Okay, then you have all these things you need to change. Delivery date means what? Delivery date means what? Let me, so delivery ka tarik. Okay, so like that, we have whatever you would like to modify, you modify it. So you save. Now you, what you do? You build. Like that, you can have a lot of translation. It is a translated in Hindi. You can have one more translation now. You can have in Arabic. You can have in lot of languages. Clear? So lot of languages, translations can be done. Then you deploy. Clear? So people can see in their own language. They don't want to see everything in English. That is the beauty about it. Now simply you go to your browser. Now, what you have to do, you need to reconnect always, right? Now, what is the language? By default, it is a default language. What language I wanted to use? Hindi. Press H. So this is compulsory, you must change. And when you go to Hindi, your data is shown here. Have you seen this? Everything is translated. Have you seen it? So whatever we have translated, Bikri. So whatever we have translated, that you can drag and drop. For example, I would like to see this total sales amount. Now you see, they are not seeing nothing in English. Now they wanted to see like this. Clear? So they will see this data we're having it in the, because column names we're having in English in our databases. So you go to the data level, and you can also change the column names, everything in Arabic or Hindi. That is also, at least you can understand what is this. Clear? The column names are very clearly shown, so that you will understand clearly what is that you're trying to get and trying to show. Clear? So this is what we can have it there. Clear? So product data, utpadaka naam. So name wise, you can have the date like this. Clear? Utpadaka naam, this one, that one. If you change each and everything here, then after that you go to the cube, change everything. So all labels will come in English. So if you wanted to see this data in Hindi, then you can have you need to store the data in the database level in Hindi. Clear? So that is the beauty. The every labels are going to be showing you in your own mother tongue. So that is what is the beauty about translations, which is very, very easy. This is a new concept given by your SSAS cube. Every country people may be having data in English, but they can translate. Okay. So when I worked with Dubai, so they had customer names in Arabic, country names in English, country names in Arabic. So they're also storing Arabic data in the tables. Okay. If you have the data, these data also will show in the Arabic because this is data coming from database, right? It is a English product name. Like that, they'll say Arabic product name. They store, right? If you wanted to store different languages data, you must use nvarchar, right? Varchar and varchar. Varchar can store English data, nvarchar can store, other languages data. If you know SQL Server, okay? What is the difference between varchar and nvarchar? N stands for national varchar. That means what? You can store any kind of international languages. So like Hindi, Urdu, Telugu, lot of things you can have it there. So that is what is called nvarchar. If you go to SQL Server, so Microsoft is given one, table to us. Okay, this is AdventureWorks database, learning purpose, and we had a table called fact internet, sales description. Now you go to this table and see what kind of a data the company is storing in this table. This is not created by me. It is given by Microsoft from America, right? So they are storing lots of data here. See, different languages. In the table, you can have Chinese data. What kind of data it is? It is Chinese Hong Kong data. You come down. So what is this data all about? This is some Arabic kind of a data. You can have it. See, now, this is Arabic kind of a data. You can store the data like this. So you can even my own mother tongue is available. I'll show you. Okay. So this is Hindi, right? So we can have the data in this. This is my own mother tongue. This is how we script in our city. Clear? So this is not given by me. This is not given by me. This is given by Microsoft. What is the meaning? You can also store your data in different languages. You can store in English. You can store in Russia, Spanish, Telugu, Urdu, Marathi. African languages. What will be the language that you would like to have it? You can store the data. But what is the data type for this? Let me go to this table and so the data is nvarchar data. Have you seen this? So nvarchar means we can store not only English data, but also different languages data. If you put varchar purely English data, you can have English data also here. You can have English data as well as different languages. So that is when we're going to be using nvarchar. Clear? People may ask you difference between varchar and nvarchar. Varchar can store purely English data and var can store English plus other languages data as it is without modifying anything. You can simply read. So this is Kannada. So this is a Italian. It is Irish. It is this one Korean, right? Maori, Nepali, Marathi, whatever you would like to have, Punjabi, right? Quechua, Romanian, Russian, Serbian, Spanish, Urdu, Telugu, Tamil, Swedish. So whatever be the language that you would like to have it, so you can have it there and read this data. When you read the data, you don't see not even this kind of a things, right? You will see the complete, the cube can be browsed in your own language. You can have, product name in English, product name in Arabic, product name in African, product name in, Russian, product name in, French, product name in this one. You can create lot many columns and you create nvarchar. You store the data as it is in the script, so that when you When you try to get it, you will be able to get only the product name in your own language. That is the beauty about your translations and everything. Clear? So translations, perspectives. Tomorrow we will discuss about aggregations and partitions. Very, very important. Then afterwards we'll be moving ahead and we'll deploy the cubes and we'll see a lot of other things. Clear? Thank you guys. Any other questions? So translations and perspectives are very, very easy. You don't worry at all because these are very, very simple concepts. The complicated concept is on how to create a cube, and you have to know how to work on your this one, right? MDX queries and everything. That is where you may be having issues. Otherwise, everything is fine.